How are we ensuring we've got alignment and congruence between what it is we're saying and what it is we're feeling and what it is we're doing?
Welcome back, Ian.
Hi, John.
Look, we've got Ian Lowe with us, and Ian's really got me thinking about how salespeople can change the world, and we've had a couple of discussions about how we can change our mindset, or the fact that we need to change our mindset. And I'd really like to talk, Ian, more about, and maybe we can do this over 2 or 3 discussions,
sure,
how we can change our mindset.
Yeah.
I know you talk a lot about neuroscience. And how we can... Tell me more about that, because I've just heard you say we've got 3 brains.
Yes.
That's strange. That's weird.
It's funny, isn't it? When we think about mindset, we often think about our mind, our brain.
Yeah.
But I've spent a bit of time recently with a lady called Sylvia Damiano of the About My Brain Institute. They're a very highly valued partner of ours, and I've learned so much about the brain. And when I say the brain, I'm talking about 3 brains. We have our head brain, but we also have our heart brain and our gut brain.
This is sounding a little bit weird. Is that real?
That's real, and we have, when you think about neurons, we have neurons, we have about 100 million neurons in our stomachs.
So when people say I've got a gut feel, that's really valid.
That's a real thing, right?
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is that the way the brain and the gut communicates, it's not the brain communicating down to the gut brain, it's the other way around. It's the gut telling the brain.
So when as a salesperson, I walk through the door to a customer and start talking, the customer, we all talk about first impressions, the customer actually gets a gut feel for who I am and whether I'm going to be of any value.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
And also when you think about how they feel, we're talking about the heart brain as well. So the heart and the gut, was about 70 million neurons in the heart as well. So the heart brain, the gut brain and the head brain are all working together. Giving the person a sense of the interaction that we're having. And if they get a gut feel or they get a sense in their heart that something's not quite right here, there's some sort of disconnect between what you're saying and how I'm feeling, that's going to have a negative impact.
That really makes me think about a lot of the selling I've been involved with in the past, and people I've worked with that use different methods to sell, and some of them are quite aggressive methods or manipulative methods. I've always thought, one, they're wrong, but I always thought customers see through them in no time at all.
Absolutely, they do. And there's this reaction to that sort of selling. It's called reactants. Let me try this for you, John. When you see a sign that says wet paint, don't touch.
I want to touch it.
You want to touch it?
Maybe it was painted about 8 hours ago and be dry by now. Let me find out.
See, that's reactants.
Yeah.
Reactants is triggered, or we induce reactants when we feel that our ability to freely choose has been reduced.
Right.
So when people sell like that, when they try and close the deal, they're trying to apply pressure to get the client to move along the sales cycle, you're inducing reactants.
Okay.
And the client's feeling, I don't like that. And they're going to back away from making that decision.
So in a very scientific way now, you're reaffirming what I always thought was the case anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand. So we have 3 brains, and that's going to be reacting in different ways inside the client to be able to resist that sort of behaviour.
Yeah.
So that really means, as individuals, we've got to be pretty good at being genuine, authentic, and really understanding that client and being on that client's side rather than trying to manipulate them.
And also we've got to understand, what does that mean? For us to be congruent right through the brain, through the heart, through the gut.
Us as well as them.
Yeah. How are we ensuring we've got alignment and congruence between what it is we're saying and what it is we're feeling and what it is we're doing? Because if there's any disconnect along that route, and a lot of the time sales training deals with the head, right? Intellectually we can understand this.
Yeah.
But are we really consistent and congruent? Are we dealing with the heart and the gut as well?
This is a fascinating subject.
It is fascinating, yeah.
And we need to come back and talk about it more. So the bottom line for the discussion we've just had is what?
Well, we really have to examine our motives and our intent and really understand what it is we're doing, what it is we're all about, what it is we're trying to achieve.
Okay, well, let's get together again and talk about how, as salespeople and organisations, we can actually look at our mindset, look at our intent, so that we are portraying the way we need to engage properly with our customers.
I'd love to do that, John.
Okay, look forward to it.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Ian.